beeping audio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a heads up when we're live. I'm just sort of get a secondary screen so I can monitor podcast quality. Let me know.
Oh,
Have
look at that. We're live.
we have liftoff? Hello,
Yes.
hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I was trying to get a monitor up so I can actually see a third monitor to sort of just like see what you guys are seeing and the quality of the podcast. And yeah, last minute we got it. We got it going. All right. So, hello and welcome to That Beautiful Life podcast. This is episode 292, I think. I should know this because I wrote it down before we started the podcast. And now I'm looking at my left screen where it's actually written on that screen because I sent it a message to Raj. And I'm cheating to look at that message because it does say 292. So I'm right. And that guy above me, as you know, I am Kadis Campbell, but the guy above me, that is Roger Bergstrom, the beautiful Roger Bergstrom, all the way in Stockholm, Sweden. And we are back. It's been was it like 3 weeks or something we've been gone? Or is it?
Yeah, it's been weeks for sure. It's almost been a summer. No, not really, but it's been weeks indeed. I
Yeah.
mean, what's usually the thing, isn't it? I mean, we're already in the beginning or soon in the mid of August. That's
Yes.
how quickly or how fast it goes, right?
Mm-hmm. It
And
flies.
it's like yeah, time flies, and I mean, we've just started to work again. That's basically what has happening. I mean, yeah, what is it today? It's like Thursday when we're doing the podcast. I mean, my wife Anneli started to work on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Adam, my oldest son, has this week, and then he starts on next upcoming week, so to say. I started already like last week, slowly. I mean, we had days when we did things, but then I also did some work to, to get
Get back into the
back
flow.
into the groove. Yeah, without having to just do like everything on the first day, if that makes sense. So it was kind of a good thing, if I may say so.
Mm-hmm.
But man, what about you? Let's go here. Let's walk the memory lane a bit. A few weeks back. I mean, we just what have you been up to? Has it been good?
It's
No,
been it's
happy.
been it's been all over the place. It has
Hi,
been
also Nalu. Sorry, I should say hi.
hi
If you're
Nalu
fine.
as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
hi. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to anyone who's watching. Welcome to the chat as well. Yeah, we are live. So
We are
it
here.
it has been a while. I was gonna change the footage, but I'll do that after because I think that footage is from the last episode. So it doesn't really matter. It's background. But anyway, the point is that it's been crazy. I have had a lot of stuff with work. Like right now, we're in the process of at work we're sort of making some major updates to the company website, which falls into our department to handle the whole process of that, which is it's taking on a lot of my time. It's going to be taking up most of this month for me. Is going to be working with that. So I've been busy with work. Work has been really, how can I say, stressful. Just sort of the day to day interactions between myself and my manager has, it's just got to a point where I do not enjoy the interactions that we have on a day to day. I'm a professional, so I do my best to be as professional as possible when I am in the office. And at the same time, I also try to do my best at my job. No one's perfect, but at the same time, it's sometimes when you're in work and you do have some people you work with and you have the most amazing sort of working relationship and you look forward to seeing them and you look forward to cracking on and doing the job with them. And there's some people who you count the hours. You're just like, as soon as this time hit, I'm gone. And I've got to that point between myself and my manager where I just can't. I just I am out as soon as the time hits. Whereas there are other people that I work with that I enjoy working with.
Mm.
And I think yesterday was one. Like I knew I had a major meeting today, which is the reason why we didn't podcast yesterday. Was because I knew I had that meeting with my manager today, and I was just like, I am so mentally exhausted and the whole prep for this and all this sort of stuff that I am not going to be my best. I'm not going to be able to put my best forward because of the fact that it's going to be weighing on my mind the whole time. And so, yeah, so we didn't podcast yesterday, but we came in today. Things have just been hectic outside of dealing with that kind of stuff. It's just been, obviously, Emmy's getting bigger, so she's taking up a lot of time. She hates sleep now. She likes being up in the night, likes
Oh,
messing
really?
about.
Oh, shit.
Yep. She's like, little girl does not want to sleep. Like, I'll take her to the shops at like 11, 10, and 12 in the night, and she'll be up looking around like, oh, what's going on over there?
Oh no.
What's
Yeah,
over there?
that makes it hard as well. I mean, if you, it's one thing, yeah, as you said, I think initially at least she has been sleeping pretty
Yeah,
well, right,
yeah.
during the evenings or nights. Yeah,
Hmm.
right. But yeah, that can turn around. Hopefully it will turn around like 180 degrees again, so she like, start to sleep at night again.
Yeah,
Because I
we'll
mean,
see.
if you're gonna go, yeah, it's that's tough if you also have a day job and you're gonna.
That's the thing. I think there've been nights, even like during this week, where I've had, I've been absolutely exhausted, knackered, and still at the same time, I have, still had to get up and go to work. And there's one scenario that happened in work, and this is one of those things that sort of added to the sort of like strained relationship that I've sort of formed with my manager. Is I had to take Xavi, my older son, he was going to visit his grandmother, and I had to take him on a train to her house, which is a few towns away. So we got,
Okay.
but she wasn't going to be home until after 9 p.m. So I got in from work that day. I was tired, like any other day. The night before, I didn't sleep because she didn't want to sleep, so I was up. Um, and so yeah, so I went to take him to his grandmother's house after, I think by the time we got, because we left at home at 9, but by the time I think we got to the train station, it was after 10. So
Okay.
we get a train and we're going to his grandmother's town, and we're on the train and I'm having a chat with Xavi and so forth, and we're literally one stop away from her stop. The
Mm.
train just slows down. So now this happens on a train. Sometimes it slows down because of a red light. Maybe there's another train on the platform and it needs to wait. It wasn't that. The train had run over someone. There was someone on the track. Someone had apparently either committed suicide or they were pushed under the track.
Yeah, right. That yeah. Mm.
So we were stuck on the train for ages. We were sitting there. So I'm looking at the time count. I've got work the next morning. And I'm not being insensitive to the fact that, someone has lost their life. But at the same time, I'm like, I know the kind of person that I work with as a manager. So I'm like, I'm exhausted. I haven't slept
Yeah.
yet. I need sleep, but at the same time, I need to make sure my son gets to where he's going. And the train has stopped because someone has been run over.
Yeah.
And so there I am trying to I'm exhausted, but trying to think about, okay, what do I need to do? How do I work this? So I start recording what's going on, taking pictures, documenting it, because I know if I would have just called my manager and say, hey, something happened, it would probably be like, are you sure? Like, where's the evidence or something? Stuff like that has happened before.
Yeah. That was smart. Then you have that at least.
Exactly. So I messaged in the night and I said, hey, you know what? I think by the time I got home, I messaged and I said, hey, this is the scenario. I think I got home. By the time I got back home, it was after 2. And I said, hey, I haven't slept. I'm exhausted. This happened. I was dropping my son to his grandmother's for because they're flying abroad for a holiday, and and yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna be in the morning, but I've set my alarm, but I may oversleep. Which, just giving you a heads up in case I turn up late. As I assumed would happen, I missed my alarm. I didn't hear the alarm. Slept through the damn thing. I was so tired. I got up, got to work late. And now, granted, I had communicated everything. When I got up, I messaged my manager, "Hey, woke up, missed the alarm. I'm just about to leave the house. Blah blah blah. I'll see you in a few." Got to the train station. The train gets delayed because that whole accident the night before. So I was like,
Oh,
"Hey,
typical.
there's
Yeah.
some delays. This is the time I'm estimated to get to the office. By the time I get to the office now, um, we have a meeting." She sort of highlights to me, "Look, I need to write you up for this because you've been late, blah, blah, blah." I'm like,
Mm.
communicated everything with you, and this is an extenuating circumstance. It's not like I just said, oh, I just turned up late just because, there was an accident. I got delays from the night before. I haven't slept for 2 days. But I still
Yeah.
managed to turn up. I could have just called in sick and said I'm not coming to work.
Mm.
But I turned up because we have a major project that we're working on, and I need to be there to help with this project.
Yeah.
Man, I was pissed. I was
Yeah.
so pissed. You know what is?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been in that situation where you're so angry you could just grab the other person and just
Oh
shake
yeah.
them, but
Yeah. 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 I have. I have. I know.
you're a professional, so you got to be like you're gritting your teeth. So I no, the thing is for me, when I get really angry, I start to laugh. All right, because like when someone's done something so ridiculous, it's like, are you really kidding me? So I'm there sitting across from her, and as she says that, I'm just like, really, right? And I start just like, Key, don't laugh. This is serious. I'm like, you kidding me? Like seriously. Because the alternative to that was I was just gonna lose it. I was gonna lose my cool in the office and just be that angry guy. Um, so I had to really, really fight to maintain my composure and get through that whole ordeal. Um, but that showed me at that point that, you know what, yes, this is not working. It's like you do not treat people that way. You do not treat people that way, and keeping in mind, um, on occasions when I've needed to stay, when work's needed to be done, and I've stayed back to help or whatever have you. Um, I've shown it out that I'm willing and able to go the extra mile if need be. I like to think of myself like a team player. I'll pop in where need be. I've had different departments request um assistance, and I've swapped in to help and so forth. I like to think I have a great working relationship with most of my team. But yeah, that relationship to me right now it's yeah, I think it's just irreparable at this point. Um, but I have a job to do. I have a family to take care of, so I do what I have to do. I get in there, I do my job, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
at
Yeah.
4:30, I am just out of the door. I'm not looking to talk to anyone. I'm not, and I'm not looking to say hi, hello, none of that stuff. I'm just like, look, I'm off. I gotta go. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
with everyone else I work with, it's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic.
Mm.
But that just and that being the person that I work the most directly with, because most of my team I don't work directly with.
Yeah.
It's absolutely awful. So I've had a lot of days, and this is sort of happened quite a few times over the because it's almost a year since I've been working at this company.
Mm.
Um, but I've had a few times where we've put off doing the podcast because specifically my mental health with dealing with sort of situations has just been to a point where I'm just like I am mentally just exhausted by the time I come in, and the little bit of energy I have, I just kind of try to like give it to the family. So
Mm.
by the time doing coming in from that and then dealing with the family, man, I ain't got none left. Can't go on a
Yeah.
call
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
chat with people. So that's kind of been what it's been like for me for recently. But again, as I say, like home has been chill. Xavi's on holiday in Poland, Ty is doing club and he's at home doing his thing. Emmy's getting bigger and doing her thing. Alex is doing her own thing. She's doing some stuff that she wants to do, which is good. She's learning some stuff.
Is she still on vacation?
She is.
Or
She still has maternity leave, but she's using that time wisely. She's like you could do all these online training and stuff to up your skill set. So she's doing a bit of that
okay.
when she gets time. I have to say when she gets time because
I was just about to say. I mean, yeah, yeah. In
Emmy doesn't give
between.
you time. Emmy is
Nah.
she wants 24/7 latch to you kind of thing, which is what
Of course.
one of the things I said to Alex at the beginning. I was like, yo, like you should not be holding this baby all the time. Give her some space. Let her no, no,
Yeah.
I must hold her. She must be in my arms all the time. No, Emmy doesn't let you put down. She's like, look, listen to me. I need you to hold me now, hold me later, and hold me later. That's basically
Yeah.
it. She just wants to be held all the time, constantly, and she's absolutely the most. She's so adorable. Like
Oh
she
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
She's literally everyone in the house is just smitten over her. Ty can't get enough of her. Xavi's like, I'm on
Mm.
holiday, but I know when I come back, I'm gonna be her favorite still. You know,
Mm.
I smother her in kisses. Alex is like, oh my god, she's so cute. So yeah, she spends a lot of time just being everyone's center of attention, essentially. Mm,
Wow. Now that's nice to hear. I mean, first off, yes, my reaction. There's like two things.
mhm.
First off, it's great that it's good with the family and everything. I mean, we've talked about this before. What is most important? Yeah, that's like family, health, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Everything starts and ends with that in a way.
Mhm.
At the same time, the second, then I mean, it's not a secret for me. I mean, we've been talking a bit before, and I know that there's not been that great with its manager. I
Mhm.
totally, I'm on that kind of train, so to say. But yeah, I mean, I just hope that I don't know. Yeah, you seem to deal with it pretty well, but at the same time, it can be like a energy drainer, which
Mhm.
in the long term isn't that great. So if you feel that when maybe things calms down a bit and it gets back to some kind of normal, whatever that is between you and at the workspace, I don't know. Haven't been there, so I don't know. But maybe you need to talk again. I don't know, because I'm just saying that it can become. It shouldn't be like this thing that is it's a concern all the time. If that
Yeah.
makes sense,
Yeah, it
it
is.
shouldn't.
It's
And if
and
that doesn't help, then maybe I don't know.
there's a
Maybe talk
like
to someone above. I don't know.
it's something that I've been weighing the like what to do next with regards to this whole situation, but because of the fact that I've got other things that I'm thinking about that I have to think about
Yeah,
as well. Stuff that you know about it, I won't mention right now on the podcast, but I've got other things that gets more pressing and more important essentially than this whole scenario with work, that it takes secondary priority
yeah, right,
in the whole hierarchy of things that I'm doing. So even what all I've been trying to do is just manage the situation, getting into work, getting my job done, managing that interaction. I've been limiting the interactions I've had outside of just messaging and doing everything through Teams, really,
right.
not necessarily talking per se. I've just been prioritizing. Look, I'll communicate because I need to for work, but bare minimum. What needs to,
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
a need to basis rather than, oh, let's actually have a conversation and chat and all this.
Right.
Like I don't. It's
Sure.
it's unnecessary in that
Yeah,
to
but
that.
if that works, then
It's working.
good
It's
in a
been
way.
working so far
You
for
know,
now, and all that. But
not too much face to face. Then,
not
yeah,
too much face to face, but it just for me it's just sort of like I look at like the stage in my life that I am, the age that I am, and I just think
yeah,
it shouldn't be this way with regards to something that is such a big part of my day to day. I am work is a
exactly.
big part of my day to day. There are certain aspects of what I do that I genuinely enjoy, and when it comes to work, like I go try, I want to give my best, like I want to feel my best when I'm there, like I want to put in my best and see the rewards from it.
Yeah, yeah,
um but yeah, when you're in an environment where you feel this constant hostility from someone that you work with constantly, it
yeah.
does put you off, like for me,
Exactly. That's what I meant when I said what I said.
yeah.
That's not good in the
Hmm.
long run. It shouldn't be like that because it's an energy kind of drainer. It's like we've talked about different persons that I
Yeah.
mean, that's the difference. In the private life, you can choose. Like
Hmm.
I this friend is very valuable. Like I like him or her because she's nice and gives good energy, and we have fun. I can laugh, I feel relaxed, I can trust her, whatever,
Hmm.
things like that. And then you have the other side that can be like real, like energy vampires that really
Exactly.
feed on you when it comes to like always doing something for their own uh, well-being, so to say,
Hmm.
even though it comes with a price that you might feel suppressed or whatever. It's like almost the gaming language here, get a flashbang or something. um no, but it's really, I know it's like I mean, I as you know, I had a colleague in when I worked in this group, right? That I mean, there's a lot of good things to say as well, but if there's any tendency of some kind of also narcissistic like personality, it can become really draining
Yes.
for the other guys,
Yeah.
because it's very on. his or her terms all the time, if that makes sense. So,
It's
and it
it.
comes to a point where you after yeah, it just burst. The bubble bursts, which is did for us back then. The other ones, like
You get to a point where it's
So
just like it, like what's the point? And um, I think you put it perfectly there. It's always on their terms. Like I would say this much, because my manager, she has a child, like I have kids, and
okay, okay. Well, then
whenever
she yeah, okay.
whenever she has to make arrangements for her child, it's like, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna be in at this time. I'll be in later. I'll come in late for this day because I have to sort of something with my child. Um, and she'll say, oh, don't, like, yeah, it's like blah blah blah, and she'll go off and do what she has to do. Now she's the manager, so I can't really judge her per se, but
No.
whenever I have to do such things, it's like it's frowned upon. It's like, oh, you know what,
Mm.
you're supposed to be at work. You need to be in for this and for that and so forth. Keeping in mind, and I'll make it very clear, my job is a digital job. I spend all of, if not 99.9% of what I do, on a computer, and everything that I work on is online. None of it is stored on the machine that I work on, so I could technically
Yeah.
do it from anywhere.
Mm.
It's Yet whenever I have either requested to work from home, for family reasons or otherwise, it's been frowned upon, or it's seen as, oh, like blah blah blah, whatever have you. um you know but at the same time, I would see my manager working from home constantly, or you know traveling somewhere and at a family member's
Yeah.
house and still
Yeah.
working. And it's that when you see that double standard, it really, you get to a point where it's just like, how is it okay for you,
Yeah.
but it's not okay for me? You know,
Exactly. Yeah,
we.
we talked about that before. That's the two-tier thing,
Mhm.
when it's like unfortunately that's quite common,
Yeah.
to be honest, especially when you have someone in that position, because again, with uh, with great powers comes big responsibility. And if you're a manager or a CEO, for that sake, you have that power, but you have to think about, how would I how would I receive this? How
Mhm.
would it be if I was in this position? And what kind of terms are we working under here? Is it equal? Does everyone have a voice? And uh, shouldn't I lead with a good example? I mean, think about it. I remember when I was a captain in my football team.
Mhm.
I mean, what was my role? Well, that was to lead with a good example. I mean, I could say things. I could be
Mhm.
good, like say something in between the halves, like, "Come on, guys, we can do better than this.
Mhm.
Shape up or whatever." Great, yeah, yeah. But and you know, for example, football very, very well. So
Yeah.
you know that if someone lead the way, like on the pit, like really show bam into the like tackle well and get the ball and make that great pass, that gives energy, right? And it
Mhm.
shows that, well, I can do that too. And people follow,
Mhm.
like in a so I don't know why did I get into
No, I think
sport.
I think it's
but
a
but
good example. I think it's.
but I think you know what I mean, right,
I
when
I
I say
totally I
that.
totally
So
know what you mean. And while you were saying that, I was thinking about the World Cup and the end of the World Cup when Spain won against Argentina,
mm,
and the Argentinian players all turned, well, all except one turned their back on the Spanish players celebrating their win.
yeah,
And what that exactly
I was
what you
sorry to see that.
it was really
You know,
disgusting to see. But what really pissed me off more than anything else was, as you put it, the captain turned his back as well, which was Messi, Leo Messi.
yeah.
And the expectation of a leader is to
Mm,
lead by example. So his example should be, hey, they've won. For what, no matter how upset we are about losing this or whatever have you, they've
yes,
won. We need to show respect and give them that sort of, like that sort of acknowledgement, because they're all out there on the field fighting for it to win the tournament. Excuse me. So show the respect. Don't turn your back on them. But
mm,
yeah, to see them do that, and to see the captain lead by turning his back as well.
yes,
That to me is, you look at it and you think he's not a leader, man. He's just not got,
yes.
that it factor to be a leader, because a good leader doesn't do that. You
No,
know.
it's going to go really, really far.
Yeah.
I can hardly see any reason when you should do that, because
Mm.
I also believe, let's say Paraguay played very dirty, as an
Mhm.
example. Okay, yeah, well, then maybe you think you should do that. But I don't think you should do that even. You should be better. You should be
Yes.
better than those guys, right?
Hmm.
And it's the same thing at a working place. If someone acts like I mean, there's a limit, of course. And as Nalo is writing here, be careful. Don't like get this, before you become a volcano and explode at the worst time, which could be a thing. I've
Yes.
seen that happening close up actually when I was working at Arlanda, where this build up, not me, but with two other persons. I know they didn't like each other,
Mhm.
and the problem is that one of them was the group leader. Like
Oh
there we are
God.
again, like the captain, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be, and I think like
uh,
for me, in I've on numerous occasions been the team leader or the manager or whatever have you, but I've always felt like, one, you need to lead by example, and two, you need to be the kind of person that your team, one, feels comfortable coming to talk to you about stuff or to solve problems,
exactly.
and that your presence motivates them to do what they need to do.
Exactly.
And more or less, for me, that's when I think about a manager that I would want to have. That's what I want. I want someone who's going to motivate me, who's going to set a good example, who's going to lead by example, and who's going to be fair. More than anything else, who's going to be, if it's whether it's them or whether it's me, they're going to be fair across the board and say, hey, you know what,
Yeah.
what works for me works for you. We can't have one rule for some and another rule for others. It has to be even across the board, because then that makes it, you feel comfortable with that. You as a
Yes.
unless of course if you're just some kind of crazy person, but for the most part, you feel comfortable when it is that
Yeah.
things are fair. And I see
It
that
is.
I
It's
see
super
like
important.
I see like
Yeah.
with my youngest son, like when things are not fair, he gets upset.
Mm.
Like if someone's doing something, oh well, this person did this and they got this reward, and I didn't get this reward. He gets upset. He's like, oh bloody hell! Like I did the same amount of work. I put in the same amount of effort. Why didn't I get rewarded for it?
Mm.
And that's a child thinking that way.
Mm.
When you're an adult, you think, oh, we as adults would think, let's be fair with each other across the board.
Mm.
If we do the same work, we should get paid the same way. That sort of thinking consensus, consenting, or if I can take time to do this, you can take time to do this, that sort of thing. So it's not sort of like, oh wow, when you do this, it's all right, but when I do it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So either
Yeah,
way.
because it's like, yeah, we're not going to get to stick to
Yes.
this the whole podcast, but it is an interesting, or it is a very interesting topic,
Hmm.
not only because you have this experience that you're have been talking about right now, but as a whole,
Hmm.
because again, it's very common. I mean, it goes. As you said, you talked about Ty and like being a younger child.
Yeah.
This goes across the board also when it comes to ages and being in school classes. You can remember that too, probably. It really depends on, because people are really different,
Hmm.
and it takes some to get along with people. And some people, I think you have it like this social skill to be able to work with different kind of personalities. I believe I have that as well. I think
Hmm.
I can. I think I proved that also out at Arlanda.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, it isn't that hard, to be honest. Very often, it's just trying to be nice,
Yeah.
listen, and but also be consistent
Hmm.
how you approach things, your way of working, of course, because that will show. But also, also not shy away from telling like what you think,
Hmm.
like your opinions. Of course, it's better times. I mean, there's also a timing thing, of course. You got to, and you got to choose your fights, right? We have been
Yes.
talking about that as well before. Some people go bananas on the keyboard warriors, like on the
Hmm.
internet, for like nothing any
Hmm.
longer. It's like people are so easily offended.
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, this world is broken as so well now, and that is I'm not arguing against that, to be honest.
Hmm.
But so therefore we got to try to, but I hope, okay, short term thing, I hope it's going to become better, of course. And
Hmm.
as we've just said, I yeah, I don't know. It's not too much else to add. I don't know.
I think I will
It's
I will add one last thing to it, and like
sure.
on this podcast, we always try to not just focus on the negative, but also adds more of a positive spin on things.
Yeah.
And what I can say, despite all of this that I've gone through with my manager, I do respect the work that she does, because she is good at her job as someone that works in the field that I work in. She's good at that work. Um, I think she's not a good manager. I don't think she has the management skills, but the work skills to do that type of job. I respect the work. Like, I look at her work and I'm like, wow, yeah, it's good work. Yeah, I rate
Mm.
that. So I can positive thing I can say is, yeah, I do respect the work that she does. Her management skills, eh, not so much. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, let's end on that positive note, and let's move on, I
Yeah,
guess.
we should move on. Before I kick in also, I just wanted to, because if I got this right, you have been working more or less all the time. You haven't had any vacation, or I mean, you had time off,
I had 2 weeks off
right?
because I had a back injury, and even that was a
True.
problem.
Yeah, of course it was. I can imagine.
Yeah,
But okay, so that's it. I mean, I can understand to a certain degree, because especially since you're like still new at the job, you don't have all these weeks like that you can just
it's
cash
been
in.
almost a year, bro. I've got time to cash it. I still have like 3 weeks of holiday that I haven't
Oh, you
used.
have. I thought you
Yeah,
spent them.
I
Sorry. No,
haven't.
no.
That was last year. I've got
Uh,
holiday time for this year.
yeah, good, 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 good.
So
Yeah.
I haven't booked holiday, and even now I haven't booked. I could have booked holiday for this month, but I chose not to because I was like, look, I was off because of a back injury. I'm gonna try to be here to finish this project, and then when the project is done, I'll take holiday then. But that's just me. That's the kind of me that I am. I'll sacrifice my own comforts or fun or whatever have
No,
you
no, but that no.
for
That
the
that
work.
can be. We talked about that as well. Sometimes it can be good to be a bit like have vacation if you can, a bit like later or an off, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. Off season, it can be much more chill.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, here still in Sweden, most people have vacation in July. That's like,
yeah.
I
Standard.
would say that the majority.
Yeah,
But having it like in August, for example, late August, that could be great. The
yeah.
weather can still be great, and it's less people around. I
Mhm.
love that. So
It's beautiful.
no, it is very practical. But
Absolutely.
okay, yeah, then I know. No, I kind of I in a way I knew I needed to ask though, but it's true what you said. You've had time off for that back thing.
Yeah.
Are you better now, by the way?
Yeah, I am. To be honest, I do feel the sort of strain in my back early on some mornings when I get up. I don't know what I'd say that maybe it's the position I sleep in that night or whatever have you, but the pain goes away pretty quickly. I've got a standing
Yeah.
desk in work right now, so they've got me a
No,
standing
that's
desk.
good.
They've got me a new
Finally.
chair. Finally, yeah, exactly. They've got
Yeah.
me a new ergonomic chair as well. So I'm a lot
Oh,
more
that's good.
comfortable in the office when it comes to just sitting and working and stuff like that in the office. So yeah, that's all fine and dandy. Xavi's
Oh, good.
in, excuse me. Ooh. Xavi's in Poland having a boring time with his grandmother. I say boring, not that his grandmother is boring, but I say boring time because I've got his Steam Deck and he wanted to take it really badly. Um, but he told me a terrible porky before he left. For those who are not English, a porky is something that is not true. So he did, and when I found out the reasoning behind it, I was quite crossed about it. I'll tell you, I won't say it on the podcast because I don't want to make my
Yeah.
son out to be a bad person.
No.
I'll tell you, Raj, in private.
Yeah.
But he told me a porky. The reasoning and the way he did, I was not keen on it, and I made the decision that he's not taking his Steam Deck.
Okay.
So he's bored. He called me today and he was like, Dad, can you please unlock my phone, please?
But bro, it's a good thing in a way. It's good to sometimes also be bored. I
Yes,
think it's important to learn that is also a state of mind. You can't like be on things all the time.
yes.
It can be good also for younger. I mean, he's not a kid anymore. He's a
17. I
youngster.
said, get
He's 17
outside.
exactly.
Go make friends or
Yeah,
something. This is a new kind.
yeah,
You don't live in Poland. You can go outside and make friends with the neighbors or something.
yeah,
He said he was in a mall. So I think he did some shopping with his grandmother. I was like, you could have chatted up some people and become friends with them. Oi, hello, I come in peace.
yeah, 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 yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, it's good. It's good. It's gotta be fine. It's gonna be fine.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I mean, I'm looking forward to my next visit to Poland. I want to use the Popol school that I've been learning in Duolingo.
Of
So
course.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to my next visit. I can't wait to just like do some more talking over there with some people. It's actually
Of
kind of
course.
exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But that's how it is.
that's
But
that.
with that said, maybe
Mhm.
we should then talk about Poland, shall we? I mean,
Yes, and that
because
kind of leads directly into you, good sir.
it's true. So I'm not sure if Alex is here. I didn't see her lately here, but I hope you're fine. And dzień
She
dobry to
wasn't.
you all. I hope you're good.
Oh, dzień dobry, dzień
Yeah,
dobry.
dzień dobry. We've been, yeah, it's been,
Hey, we're
uh,
friends, Rod. It's not dzień dobry, it's Chesh. Chesh is if you
yeah,
know.
that I know. Chest. There was someone actually saying that, and I was like, oh, I was a little bit flattered
it,
after the conversation. So yeah,
it's like hi. It's like
yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah,
familiar. It's like hi, Chesh, Chesh.
yeah,
You only say that, but if you're familiar with the person, dzień dobry
yeah, yeah, yeah.
is you. We don't know each other. It's like dzień
Yeah.
dobry. That's a
That's
formal.
just you say when you walk into a restaurant, a store, whatever have you. That's what you say, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's like good
but but
morning.
but either way, we went to we went to Poland. This planned trip of ours. This
Hmm.
was my, I would say, to be honest with you, my only like real week time off.
Hmm.
I mean, I had other vacation days, but it was a bit broken back and forth. It's been good overall. I mean, the summer here has been really good, I would say. And we went in the mid of, was it 13, July 13 or something?
Hmm.
We flew early morning, so we came like to the airport. I think it was 7:30 local time. Got into the city, took a cab. I mean, so it's quite cheap. So we went to the city, but we knew that we had an apartment booked, right? So we couldn't, get to the apartment until like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So we had a long, like, okay, we have time here. What are we gonna do?
Hmm.
We were hungry, so we sat down. We found a good place immediately, and that was the picture
That you
I
sent
sent
me,
you
yeah.
when it comes to. I had eggs Benedict, like, and Adam had the same. Anneli had that too, but with salmon instead of ham. And Isaac actually took a plate with. I didn't take a pic of that. Isaac took a plate when it was like, yeah, with like Polish sausages and everything, which
Hmm.
was really good. Good Senf and everything. What's that in English? That was German, I think. Senf.
Mm.
Okay, either way, good. So we walked. We found a place to store our bags. That you could lock them in for a certain amount of money. And then, I mean, I kid you not, we walked like what was it, 1.7 Swedish mile the first day, which is 170 kilometers. It must be right.
Hmm. Yeah,
It
something like
was
that.
a freaking long.
Poles
My
walk
feet
a
were like,
lot.
yeah, yeah,
In
yeah,
Poland,
yeah,
it's one of the things Alex has said to me. By the way, I'm showing the picture of the food on the screen so you can see
oh,
the
thank you.
the
Good, good,
the
good,
eggs
good, good,
Benedict
good.
that Roger was having. But it's
Yeah,
one of the things like walking is like Alex has said to me on so many occasions. She's like, that's the thing. Like that's like a date to a Polish person. Going on a walk is a normal thing. Like they
yeah,
walk a lot. It's something I've noticed as well with Estonians as well. Like they walk as well a lot. I don't know if it's the
yeah.
same as Poles. I know Swedes walk as well.
Oh, we do.
So it's it's a thing. It is
It's a
a.
thing. Yeah, we walk a lot. We walked the whole week. This was again a break. It was a good break for all of us. I think it was good to come, like, get away also from Sweden a bit. Just
Mhm.
sometimes you relax in a different way when you were not at home, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And I didn't work out either. We just, well, walking is working out in a way, but I didn't lift any weights or
Hmm.
something. The apartment was okay, definitely fine. It was a few like neighbors having some party now and then, but it's okay. But mine, the only thing I should complain about is the bed in my, but me and Anneli had. It was like, when it looks like this, the mattresses were like this, so we tumbled in towards each other and met in the middle like all the time. It might sound like a fun thing, but it isn't that great if you're gonna get good sleep.
Yep.
Adam and Ali, made a trick there. They took like some of the cushions from the sofa, the bed sofa that the guys were sleeping in the living room,
Hmm.
and put them like under the mattress, so kind of leveled out a bit, so it
Hmm.
became better. The weather was fine. It was actually less warm than we had in Sweden when we left.
Right.
It was raining a bit back and forth over the weekend, which we knew, and that was also the time when we were also visiting like more cultural landmarks and museums,
Hmm.
the beautiful town hall. I mean, Poland, as with Sweden, has an old history and a lot of beautiful things too. I mean, I like history, I like culture overall.
Hmm.
It was really interesting. The only thing we weren't able, like on that side of things, to visit, I might have said that was the we were there twice, but we didn't get in, and the reason was it was one time it was full at the World War II museum. Adam was there a year ago when he was in Gdansk with his friends. So I hope I said we were in Gdansk and not like
You didn't.
Poland. We were
You,
in
you didn't. You
Gdansk.
didn't
Okay.
say that
Yeah,
up
I
until
think I
now.
said.
So
Yeah, I
now,
think I said.
did you?
Yeah,
It may have slipped.
yeah.
It. I remember you saying Poland, but I don't remember you saying specifically Gdansk. But
Yeah, but yeah, so we I mean the mistake we did, which we kind of knew, is that we should have booked like those tickets online
hmm.
because it's so popular. They have one day a week, the Tuesday, when it's free for
Hmm.
everyone. But we came just like a bit late, and the queue was already. We were nah. Let's go and take a coffee and something instead.
Have a
But
fika.
yeah, have a fika. But we went to some other places and a museum where Lech Walesa, this famous deal they made in the 80s and everything. And it's no, I mean, yeah, I have good experiences from Poland before. As I say, I also really like Krakow. I
Hmm.
know that a lot of Polish people. We had a taxi driver also. He spoke very well about Krakow. Might return there as well too. But Gdansk is a beautiful city. It has this canal going through the city as well, and it has a history of. It goes way, way back. But as it is with history, there's also been a lot of wars. There's also been a lot of things happening. And I mean, as I told you, when we went into one of those older churches, I saw I saw portraits of Swedish kings. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, right, that one. Okay, like from the 1500s, 1600th century. Oh yeah, but
I know that
so
guy.
I was a bit quiet, not saying that I was from Sweden. No, I'm kidding. Swedes and Polish people are getting along really well.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're
I
like
would say.
just in case I'm Norwegian.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
yeah.
Something like that.
We
But
miss you.
no,
I'm
it's
French.
fine. But I mean, everyone that knows also like modern history, if we're talking then World War II and everything, know that also Gdansk was totally annihilated. It was, I
Mhm.
think, 90% of the city was totally flattened, and we
Yeah.
saw pictures of that. It's devastating to see. But they have done a good job. I mean, it's taken centuries now. It's taken many years,
Mhm.
decades at least, to rebuild. But they've done a good job. They managed to find and to follow some of the older blueprints as well.
Mhm.
So they have managed to mix it into how to say yeah, the view, so to say, again,
Mhm.
which makes sense also when it comes to some newer buildings, right? So now it's really beautiful, and of course the highlight then on the trip was on that Saturday. We had booked this. I got actually going to do like this because initially I want to say this. We were about to book a restaurant, which is one of these Guide Michelin, star restaurants, right? But
Mhm.
that's outside of Gdansk.
Mhm.
And Adam was there with his friend a year ago, and it's great and everything. But then I actually saw about this restaurant, which is called Fino.
Mhm.
And this is, I think they got their recognition from Guide Michelin last year in 2025. I think they've been here since 2018.
Mhm.
I'm gonna actually put the link. I can't put the link
Then
in, or can I?
if you can send it to me, I can probably try to prop it up. What you
That
can put in the
that I do.
chat? Oh,
There we go.
okay,
You have it now.
okay. That's
Because this was really really a great experience. I mean, it's we booked this package with dinner and wine, and it's a wine package.
okay.
Great wines.
Oh, they've
And
got caviar.
it was a 10 dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So we were eating like 3 hours. And it's a concept. I mean, they as they said, we're using like excellent service. Also, it's like Spitzenklasse if you're talking German.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, it's like super. I mean, you can just go. You can just go. You can go there also and eat like one main like course if you want, and it's gonna be excellent, right? But we wanted this like experience, and we paid extra for that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so worth it. You know, think of, I think I sent one or two pics from this
I've
dinner, didn't I?
I've already shown them in the in to the chat. So if you guys
Great.
if you've missed it, if you weren't
Go.
paying attention, you can always go back
Yeah,
and check. But yeah, this
yeah.
the food looks it looks amazing.
Yeah,
It
it
looks.
was really good. It was really really good, and as said, really nice personnel. And no, it was a great evening. We had so much fun. Also, I think everyone got a bit like gigglish due to the wine because it's like so. It's not like a lot in the glasses, but it's like five six different wines. So after
Ooh.
some time, you start to,
It starts
oops,
hitting you. It starts
yeah,
hitting you after a while. That's so.
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's some of the best when it kind of creeps up on you when you're just sort of like.
Absolutely, and still balanced. It's still, I mean, even if you, I mean, we drank everything, of course, but it's not much. It's not too much, if that makes sense. It's just a great taste with each of the. I mean, everything is so well thought out when it comes to the food,
You know the thing
and
is, Rog. There's a word for that. It's a Swedish word. Starts with an L.
yeah, lagom. Yeah, yeah. The balance is lagom. The food is not lagom. It's
It's
over the
better.
top, beautiful, and amazing. So that word doesn't work there. But yeah. So yeah, if you put the link, I mean, people can see this Fino.
Oh yeah,
It's
let me
definitely
let me also share the link. I was just showing it on the screen just a second ago, but let me actually
sure,
put the
sure.
link in the chat so you guys can, if you go into
Yeah,
Gdansk, you
I
can check it out.
really like how he present this. I think it's very beautifully said. Like the main chef. Let me see what he said. I gotta see if I can just find that briefly. I know I sent you
Hmm.
pics. So I'm pretty sure I can find it. Yeah,
Cool.
here it is. I can read it. I think this is beautiful. This is the chef and owner of the restaurant, Jacek Kuprovsky.
Mm-hmm.
And he says this: Fino is the modern soul of Gdansk, where cooking is the language of emotion. Our philosophy, question mark, a deep respect for local produce paired with modern techniques and a nod to tradition. So it's both like modern and tradition that kind of gets together, right? And of course, like food from nearby.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Together with my team, I create seasonal menus that follow nature's rhythm. We only serve what is perfect right here, right now. For us, casual fine dining is where excellent meets authenticity and a relaxed vibe. Every dish is an honest story of flavor meant to surprise. But let's be real, at the end of the day, it's all about the joy of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, I
I
really like, he nails it because that's what it was. And I expected this because with every wine, also you got a background from the
mm-hmm.
sommelier. He knew everything. Like, but this wine is from German, it's this, and it goes with this, and it tastes like this, and it has this, and it blah, blah, blah. And also the food perfectly explained every dish. Like, yeah.
it's to be
You're getting
honest,
hungry now, though, right? Yeah, yeah. What do
the
you say, Alex? Poles are very particular with food. They don't like to go out eat. But sorry, they don't like to go out to eat. But when they finally do, the food has to be quality.
yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
There's a lot of
Uh,
home cooked food in Poland. I think a lot of people tend to eat at home.
mm,
And what you described there with regards to like the wine and the or as in in Polish, it's vino, the vino,
mm,
and the food and how it was all described and stuff like that. It reminded me of the last time I visited my father-in-law, where he would tell you the story like this was from so and so, and he'd pour you the glass, and he would tell you how you're supposed to consume it, whether you're supposed to swivel it wrong, or you're supposed to smell it, or how you're supposed to consume it,
exactly.
and what foods go well with it. And he would give you, you say, have this first, and then have a sip of that, and then you should know or if you should just down it in one go. And again, he's a Michelin star chef, so he knows his stuff.
Of course,
So
yeah, yeah, that's that kind of level exactly.
yeah,
It's you have that relationship to food and the drinking as well, like the wine in this case, right? So
yeah.
it's that it was just super. And as I told you, we had some other great, like we ate a lot of good food. We are quite also, I mean, especially I have to give a big hand to Adam.
Hmm.
He was like a tour guide. He took that responsibility. He was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna turn right here. This is a really like ice cream bar here around the corner. It was like small streets and whatever. Yeah, here it is. Okay, and I had one of the best pistachio ice creams I've had in a long time. So yeah, it's
It's
and then
super
yeah, okay,
awesome.
so yeah, so we go into this museum, but we have to okay, we can take the bus. It leaves in 10 minutes. He was great. He really took that responsibility, and it was good for me. I could just relax and follow my son. We were just walking behind him all the time. So
it's
it was,
it's totally reminded me of when Tim and Hunter visited us, and Hunter was just leading the way. Like he was
yeah.
like, "Okay, we can go here, we can go there." That's the thing. When you have an older son, and he's at an age where you could just like, yeah, you go on. I'll just have beers and stuff and get drunk and just enjoy my time. Just make sure we get back safely.
Exactly. Look at that now. No, that's great. I think it's great. I
It
mean,
is. It
that's how
is
it should be in
absolutely
many ways,
awesome. Yep.
But so yeah, it was a really really good trip. I think everything worked just well, and yeah, it was good. We felt good also when we came back home, and as it should be. And
Mm.
as said, we took a train also. We went to Sopot, which is by the coast, one of those beautiful like where people go to swim and by the ocean and. Yeah, just really, really nice.
Did you swim? Did you swim?
I did. This is the thing.
Because
I
the
think I
last
told
time
you.
you didn't swim when we jumped in that lake in
No,
Poland,
I'm a
in
bit like
Sweden.
nowadays. What happened is that we went down to the water, and it was quite crowded. I don't really like that. But Annalie was like, she's really into swimming and
I
everything.
know.
I need to take a bath. Of course you should. You know what? We go up here to this bar and restaurant, and we're gonna sit there. So we went up, and we or drinks. so, so we sat there and had some drinks. She was like, because it was quite hot that day. So they had these nice umbrellas, and everything, and they had good food there too. I had some nice fish and chips as an example for lunch. So we sat there and had a drink, and Annalie came and okay, let's order food now, and it was just a really good time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sounds
And
amazing.
yeah, no, it was amazing. I've forgotten a lot. I haven't talked about everything, of course.
Yeah.
As I said, Adam also took us to some at during evening, like also a really good place for craft beer, like really good domestic Polish beer. Absolutely amazing. And also, we had drinks at a place where they also have a concept when it comes to drinks. Like the menu, you fold it up and bloop, a Tivoli comes up, and oh, this is the magician drink, and this is this and that. I ordered a drink that came in like it's like a cannon, and he
Oh.
fired it, and then oh yeah. So it's crazy stuff.
Those are cool.
But
Those are cool. That's reminded me of a
yeah.
place I went to with Lex called the Botanist, where it was sort
Okay.
of like you were in a lab and all of the
Yeah, you
drinks came.
see,
It
typical, right?
though I think those sort of themed restaurants are so cool. It's like when we went
Yeah,
in Sweden to
Eifer, the
exactly
Viking
the
restaurant.
Viking
Yeah,
restaurant. Those themed restaurants are amazing. It's sort of because you could drink anywhere, but if you're gonna go out, there might as well be something extra on top of it.
yeah,
A bit more pizzazz.
absolutely. But yeah, so Poland, great, Gdansk, great, as expected. I didn't expect anything else, and so we've had a good time. We came back. We have been doing things here like a daily, like going a bit here and there. Nothing super special, but enjoying ourselves. And as I said, I started to work a bit more. Yeah, one thing regarding the professional side of things. Before I went to Gdansk, I finalized my final delivery. I remade some of the files. I think I told you, like
Yeah.
rearranged and especially the structure, everything, and it went through. It was like great, great, great. They were happy. So now it's in line. It's in queue for release. The album.
Hmm.
So that feels really, really good. And they wrote back to me and said that, you have a place here, and if you want to, we can soon discuss the second album. So
Ooh.
I am thinking about making sci-fi music. There might be something like that. Uh, I will see. Yeah, that's something that is.
You know
Uh,
what? Doctor Who. Dun, dun,
yeah, yeah,
dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun.
yeah. There you go.
Or Star
Maybe.
Wars. Oh.
Yeah, either. I mean, that's the more classical, like orchestration, like John Williams style. I might probably, if so, go with a more like hybrid kind of style, a bit more modern, if that makes sense. That you might hear in, yeah,
Like
newer
the,
stuff. But
like the new Star Trek.
maybe what I have to do first of all, I haven't decided this. I'm saying this now, thinking out loud. But I need to do exactly what I did when it comes to the horror music. I need to start to listen and see what. But not only listen, also see what kind of movies or series are coming this year or next year, and think about them and what might be something that could be aligned with those kind of series. That's basically the kind of, yeah, the way I did it with the horror uh, album. That's how I actually started. I looked into also games that was coming out. What
Honestly,
kind?
I would love if so. We're gonna jump in the game in soon, but I would
Yeah, we
love
need to do that.
to
Time
hear.
flies, man. Yeah,
It flies. It flies. Absolutely flies. I would love to get in, like jump into a game, and there are games coming out the next year that are gonna be sci-fi ish. But I'd love to jump into a game and hear your music played in that game and be like, oh, I know this artist. Oh, it's Raj. Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I do in my gaming section, I do have something to discuss regarding music and gaming. So we'll get into that later. But
yeah, sure.
yeah, it would be so cool.
Yeah,
It'd be super cool to hear your music in a game or film.
yeah.
You know, I could be watching
Yeah,
some
yeah,
new
yeah.
movie and be
We'll
like,
see. What I will do. This is always like 24/7. Like you have 24 hours, right? I wish it was more because I am thinking also making a portfolio. Sorry, when it comes to gaming related music,
mhm,
and send out. I have never done that before, but I think it's time because I mean, as you know, I have an interest in that too. And because what I'm mainly doing here, as you know, is trailer music for upcoming
yeah.
trailers. Uh, but that would be, I mean, it's a big interest of mine, and there's so much good gaming music, and I think, yeah, it would be a lot of fun. Of course, a different kind of composing, but definitely, yeah, we'll see about that. But it's on my it's on my list, so to say. To be honest, it's something I hope I can work parallel with in a way. I just need, yeah, all
Just
time
don't
comes.
overdo it. Like at the end of the day,
No,
don't
no,
don't 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 put, strut yourself too far. At the end
no,
of the
I won't
day, so
because I know how it was. It's easy to forget now when it's over, but I know how I felt like in December
yeah.
last year. I
Mhm,
was quite exhausted when it comes to being halfway or a bit more than halfway with the album that I just finished.
mhm,
So because it is a lot of work.
mhm,
So yeah, we'll see. But with that said, yeah, I hope we're gonna have a good fall here as well.
mhm,
We have recorded also, by the way, when it comes to me and the bass player Gunnar and my former colleague, if you will, Janne, who played in Capital 59 before as a keyboard player.
mhm,
I think I mentioned we have a project, a trio, and we have recorded stuff. So
mhm,
we'll see what comes out of that. It's very progressive. It's very progressive music.
mhm,
Quite some things are pretty darn crazy, and you will hear something later. There's a
mhm.
track that is like we call it doom right now because it's so dark, it's so doomish. So it's yeah, but it's fun. We're having a good time doing it. So let's see what comes out of that. But other than that, yeah, we are where we are now. It's fall, and we have been gaming as well, haven't we? Should we
We're
get
not
into gaming?
we're not going to
No,
gaming yet. So we
no.
the topic for this
What we have
week,
been watching, maybe.
what we've been
Yeah,
watching, and the topic this week, the other, the cover of what we're going to discuss first would be Silo,
good. Oh, of course.
which is a series that you've been watching,
Yes,
and we need an update. How's it going?
yes. It's going well. Now, this is a series that both me and Annalie are watching together, and we love it.
Mhm,
I can say straight off the bat that it was a long time ago. I mean, I watched a lot of good series,
mhm.
a lot of them thanks to to Adam recommending,
Mhm.
because he knows also what I like and what not. But
He knows his
this is
stuff.
yeah, this is a serial. There's books here also. I'm not sure how they're following the lore, so to say, or the
Mhm,
books, but it's called Silo.
mhm.
It's a TV series from 2023. Well, it started 2023, and it's we're watching it on. Are we watching it on Prime? I think on Prime.
Isn't it Apple
Yeah.
TV?
No, Apple TV.
Yeah.
Apple TV.
Mhm,
Here, at least, I can see it on Apple TV. So that's what we're doing.
mhm,
And I was recommend. I've heard. No, I've only heard about it. It was no one I really knew that had seen it. It's about men and women that live in a giant silo, like underground silo, with several regulations
mhm,
which they believe are in place to protect them from the toxic and ruined world on the surface. Because it looks like garbage. Something has happened, probably a nuclear, whatever, something in the future.
mhm.
And it's really interesting. Here we are again, human relationships, like especially in this very like super. I don't know how many levels there are, but I think there's like 10,000 people living in this silo,
Mhm,
and one of them, the one of the main characters, is an actress I really like from before also, and that's the Swedish actress Rebecca Ferguson.
mhm,
But well, she lives in the UK. She's done that most of her life now, I think.
mhm,
But she's freaking great. She's playing Juliet Nichols,
mhm,
which, as I said, is one of the main character, and she is an engineer. She's on the bottom, like both in the hierarchy, but also literally on the bottom where the generator that provides like the energy and everything is
mhm,
situated in the silo. And she's working there with her team and everything, and it's in the beginning it's mostly around that. Actually, she comes in a bit late. We are in season 3 now, me and Annalie,
mhm,
but it took some time in the first season where before we got to know her. It's a kind of strict hierarchy. There's a mayor,
mhm,
and there's a judge, like a really high kind of tier, like when it comes to being a judge. Security department, a sheriff department. But there's this quite early on, you start to feel that there's something that is a bit weird here. By the way, later on, the this is a bit of a, now it's not a spoiler, but I want to mention another actor because I think people also know about him, which is
mhm.
Tim Robbins.
Right.
He's playing the mayor later on in the series. He's really good,
Mhm,
and this is just great, like a great series. It's
mhm,
it's dystopian sci-fi. That's what it's labeled as.
mhm,
Psychological drama, mystery. Yeah, and it becomes strange after some time. And of course, the question is, why are we here? Why? What? How? Why are these silos created? And is there a way to actually leave? Will we die if we go out there?
mhm,
Because it is this abstract thing that they do. If someone is sentenced to death,
mhm,
which is the thing here, they are sent outside of the silo with a suit
mhm,
and a cloth, and they are supposed to go out and what they're called clean, meaning that they will face the big, like they're facing the camera that is watching the outside of the silo,
mhm,
and they're gonna clean it. And why they do that? Because when they come out, because from the main cafeteria in the series, it looks like a dystopian landscape out there. But when they come out, they see birds and green grass and everything. So they're like, oh, so the reaction is to use the cloth and clean the lens on the camera. You understand? So the
Hmm.
people can see, no, it's okay, it's okay. But then they walk like 25 meters and they die. So something is very
Something's wrong.
obviously, something is wrong. And Rebecca Ferguson, as Juliet here, is one of those characters that starts to understand, and also due to different events happening in the series, which I will not go into because I will spoil, starts to understand this, and it evolves really well. The series. Um,
I'm
I
very keen to start this
Yeah,
series.
yeah,
It's
this is really good. The thing is, when we rehearsed, me, Gunnar, and Janne, as I mentioned, when it comes to this trio,
mhm.
uh, then I heard, okay, Gunnar is already in season 2, and Janne was like, yeah, I'm starting to watch it right now. So it was like, okay, you know, but yeah, and I see now it's like an N 8.1 on IMDb. This is I am very close to 10. It's
Mhm.
like I very seldom give it 10, but I would say 9.1 at
Mhm.
least. That's how I will rate it because it's one of those series that also grows.
Mhm.
And I can, yeah, we have almost binge watched this like every evening more or less. It's
Mhm.
That's how good it is, at least in my book. My In my alley, this is, yeah, it's great.
Mhm.
So a big thumb up to Silo. If you get the opportunity, I highly recommend it, and I think you should watch it. That's it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. One to consider when it comes to series to watch. And again, being ranked number 3, and based on everything that you've said so far about the series, it sounds that like definitely one of my like up there
Yes,
for me to watch
yeah, I
kind of
think you
series.
would like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely, 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 definitely. Um, for me, bloody hell, I've been watching telly as well, haven't I? Oh man, what have I been watching this week? I've been watching a new series actually.
Oh,
It's an anime.
is that now?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it Crunchyroll anime? Perhaps.
Crunchyroll anime, indeed, indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. So the anime I've been watching is an anime that is based on essentially a guy who's lived his life, and he's got to a point in life where he's not satisfied with where he is at in life. He feels like he's made some decisions along the way that had he made different decisions, he might have been happier. You know, he's older, he doesn't have any kids, he doesn't have a partner. He's followed this job that he was passionate about, that he thought was what he wanted in life, and things haven't gone accordingly. You know, he's put his heart into it, he's put all his effort, nothing on his end that he's done wrong, but it has resulted, things haven't worked out according to plan. He wanted to be a game developer, got into a game development
Oh,
company. The company went under. He lost his job. The rest of his team lost their job as well. Overshadowed to overpowered. That's not it. So, in the end, he gets to a point where he sort of breaks down. You know, he has to move back home because his family, because he's lost his job and he has nowhere to go. So he moved back home to his family's place, and he has a whole breakdown, mental breakdown at home.
oh.
And he wishes, he said, "Oh, if only I had a second chance. If only I could live this over.
Mm.
I would pursue this passion I had when I was younger, and I'd put my all into it to just do the best I can." And then he wakes up from a dream, and his sister wakes him up, and she's got some a letter that he had forgotten at his place, and it was just basically an invitation letter to a school that he was supposed to have gone to, but he chose to do another more responsible choice and went to the job that he did. In the end, this was an art school, a school of the arts, and because he was like, I don't know if I'll make money doing that, but it's something he was passionate about. In the end, our character decides he's gonna go to this art school, or he wish he could have gone, and he wakes up from a dream after this, and he's awake, but he is in the past. He is a child again. He's just at the point where he can make the decision to accept this acceptance letter to go to this art school, and he decides he's gonna go to the art school. And so the story follows him going to this art school and the friends that he makes and the work that he puts in and so forth. I'm about 3 episodes in. The name of the series
Uh-huh.
is Remake Our Life.
Oh,
Um,
nice
oh
title.
yeah, in Japanese it's Bokutachi no Remake. So 12 episodes for the first season. I don't know if it has a second season as of yet. It originally aired in 2021, and I'm looking forward to completing this series. As I said, I've done about 3 episodes so far, and so far it's going well. It's going quite nicely. I'm liking the characters. The art style is good. The characters are interesting. It's a 7.8 on Manimalist. Personally, right now, as I say, I'm about 3 episodes in, so I don't really want to give it a formal rating as of yet. So I finished it, or gotten a lot further.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nalu says, "Oh, that was a good one, and no second season. All right, cool. Sounds perfect. I think for now, it's a 7.3. I will give it around that right now. I'd say it's about a 7.3 at this point in time, or 7.5. I'm waiting to see what the rest of the series gives, because this gives off a vibe of a bit of like, especially with the main character, the way he is. He's sort of nonchalant, but at the same time, he puts his all into things, and it reminds me of a series like the main character from Melancholy of Harry Shizumiya or something like that. You know, an effortless person who secretly just works really hard, and just, you know, everyone sort of adores because of the you know, the effort that they put in. And so yeah, I'm enjoying the series so far, and I am waiting to see what it has to offer. I also recommend Relife. Relife. I feel like I've heard of Relife. I don't know if I've watched it yet. Let me know when you get to the plot twist. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to getting to the plot, whatever plot twist this is. I don't know what it is yet, but I am looking forward to getting to that point right now. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't seen.
Hmm.
And with regards to Real Life, I feel like I've seen that before. Isn't there a game for this? I feel like I've seen this.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, referring to Nalu. But anyway, that's beyond the point. Other than that,
Ah.
that's my telly watching. Let's talk about some video games, shall we?
We shall.
Video games. Rog, you've been playing a game series that I played back in the day on the, I think, the Xbox 360. And it's in that series, I would have to say that particular game that you're playing is my favorite game in the series
Look at that.
of all time, right? That's purely based on the campaign, but the multiplayer is also pretty cool. But
It
that
is.
is my favorite in the entirety of that particular franchise. Bare none. Um, Tell us about it.
Absolutely no, and I am close to saying the same thing. I
Mhm,
mean, as you know, I've continued to play Battlefield. That's what we're talking about. But I hold this one very close to heart, and that's the reason why I wanted to play it when I heard there was a chance to actually do so.
mhm.
We're not going to be mysterious any longer. I'm talking about Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Mm,
And
mm,
yeah, it's a long time. It was released in 2010. Can you believe?
mhm,
And this is the time when I started to play even more like online multiplayer shooters. I think I got hooked when it was Halo 3. I think I've talked about that before.
mhm.
But it was in Battlefield Bad Company 2 as I started to play as a sniper.
Yeah.
I grinded the sniping pretty hard in Bad Company 2, and it has followed me ever since in other games. As you know, when I played a lot of Call of Duty back in the days, I did the same, and so on, so on. So what to do then? Because Bad Company 2, like the servers, the EA servers are long gone. Like
Mhm.
you just they're gone. Even the game is hard to find
Yeah.
nowadays. There are some uh, retro sites where you might get it for I don't, you can't even, it can actually be a bit expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Either way, I have the game from before, great. And then I've talked about game preservation. We have mentioned that before. I've mentioned this guy that has, like fixed ports and made it possible to play older games, which I think is great. And I am still playing older card games, and I made videos about it on my channel when it comes to CB servers, which links, for example, Plutonium, which is a project also that has been around for quite some while,
Mhm.
some time. when you want to play older card games and you want to do that safely, because it's not really safe playing some of these games before 2019 as they are now. But anyhow, then there's another project that is called Project Rome,
Mhm.
and I can actually do like this. I should be able to do this, and I gotta send this link to you. If you want to, you can put it in the chat.
I
I have a
think.
video about this if you are interested, because what I did is that I downloaded this, I linked the my account through Project Rome
Mhm.
with my game, and it worked really well. And I mean, it's not like a lot of people playing, but
Yeah.
there's like 2 3 servers going most of the time. Some of them are blending up like the player count a bit with bots. That's fine. I was finally able to play Bad Company 2 again, and I streamed it, and I had such a good time. It was a blast, and it reminded me again how freaking good some of these games are. I mean,
Yeah.
you know me, I'm still playing modern shooters, and
Mhm.
I played shooter games for plus 20 years, maybe 25 soon, and this is still holding up really, really well. I think I say in the video, imagine if EA would uh, like I'm not sure if they would necessarily need to do like a remake. Well, maybe they would do that
Mhm.
using the at least the Frostbite engine that came after, which was a big leap into Battlefield 3.
Mhm.
Imagine what that would do. Look right now. Also, when it comes to numbers,
Yeah.
popular games, when it comes to Activision renewing like the ports here for PS4 and PS5 regarding Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2,
Mhm.
it is skyrocketing. Like
Yeah.
the sales they've had, it's insane,
Mhm.
and that comes even if they've had problems with cheaters,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Uh, I mean, I think if EA like did something with let's say Bad Company 2, similar, whatever have you, people were like, and I'm talking about veterans like me coming back
Mhm.
into the games. I'm talking about most likely also younger players that maybe started to play. Well, maybe they started to play Battlefield 2042, God forbid, but maybe they did, and then got into Battlefield 6, which is more like Call of Duty nowadays. Sorry, guys, but that's just how I feel. Yeah, and be able to play one of the OG Battlefield games. And as you say, the campaign in itself is worth it. If you don't like multiplayer, play the freaking campaign in Bad Company 2. I was sad for many years. I know a lot of people have talked about this. Very anticipated when it comes to hoping for this follow up regarding a
Mhm.
Bad Company 3, but it never happened, unfortunately. But so Project Rome, what is it then? Well, it's a community run master servers and modding platform that is keeping, in this case, Battlefield Bad Company 2 online after official EA servers shutdowns, which was a long time ago. So it hosts custom player run servers and manages soldier stats, handles authentication independent of official services, which is really, really good. So it's super. And I said, it's easy. You create an account, register on the official Venice Unleashed platform, that's the link.
Mhm.
You download the Project Room client, extract the files directly into your Battlefield Bad Company 2 root game directory.
Mhm.
Manual fresh. If you go into the game, then you log in with those credentials that you've just created, and you click the search button on the server list when you are in the game, and boop, the servers are coming up. So it's like,
It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty
yeah, it is.
straightforward. I think even
Yeah,
the most casual people should be able to get through that easily. No, shouldn't be an issue. So
yeah.
the only thing is of course getting your hands on a copy. If you want to go do it the legitimate way, that's the only caveat. Because getting a copy of Battlefield Bad Company 2 now
It is
is.
hard. It is
Have
hard.
you
It
seen the
is possible to get other. You can get it, but as you say, it's on the bit of
the black market?
the other market. Yeah.
It's and to be quite frank, I would not frown upon you if you did, because
No.
of the fact that, look, they've not preserved that game, and it should have been
No.
preserved. It should
Yeah.
have been preserved. So many games have not had proper game preservation, and these
No.
companies, they try to find, especially like companies like EA, they try to find ways to sort of nickel and dime you or get you to buy
Exactly.
into their service, their subscription service, where like you can play our older games if you subscribe and pay us this amount of money every month, even though you'll probably never play as many games as it would be worth, but blah 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 blah.
No. No, but
So
it's true. But it's great then to see this, for example, Project Rome, as I said, CB service. Like this is in the field of mostly what I'm playing, of course, when
mhm,
it comes to FPS games. But it's a reaction apparently from the community showing that they still want to be able to play these older games, because it is also not sometimes it's not only older games, it's also, as you know, newer games that just falls off the tree, so to say.
yep.
So it's yeah, it is what it is, because people, I mean, I made a video not too long ago about a free to play shooter I played, which is called Warface. It got another name after it's a kind of overhaul, which is Warface Clutch. But it's been sunset now. It's already
Mhm,
sunset on PC. It's going to be sunset on consoles now in August. But the Russian version is still up and running, and they actually, I made a video about that too.
mhm,
They just made it global on Steam just a
mhm,
couple of weeks ago. It's an older game. It's quite okay, but it has quite a strong pay to win kind of monetization system, unfortunately.
mhm,
But I'm just saying it's I can imagine, or I have read comments when it comes to Warface Clutch. I mean, some guys have been playing this game since like 10 years back. Imagine what they have invested when it comes to money, time, and then boom, gone. So there you
mhm.
go. I mean, eventually a game can disappear, but sometimes it happens faster than that.
Yep, yep.
But it is what it is. Yeah, I know that the Halo campaign evolved. It's not trash, but it has problems when it comes to performance.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, which is so typical when something good like that is being made like a remake. So, and they gave up on the NFS franchise, EA. Yeah, I know that. I can understand your frustration, Olive. They tend to do things like that. And you're asking us both about what Xbox is doing with the disc to digital. Yeah, what do you have to say about that, Q? You have
I
thought, ever read about it? I haven't really been reading so much. I know about this, but I haven't really been
I
digging into it.
I'll have to say that I've not been reading about it either. But what I
No,
can say
not
is
up to
that
date.
um I know PlayStation did something where they I think was it PlayStation who said that then any future PlayStations are not gonna be they're not gonna have disc support. I think GTA 6 is gonna be all digital release as well on the PlayStation. I think I think pretty much all these major companies are doing that. They're all going digital as their primary focus, and physical is no longer really going to be supported. As someone
Right.
who has most of his games in a digital format, I don't really mind digital. Like I'm
No.
fine with digital as the games are preserved, and as long as the holder of the platform treats the consumers with respect and isn't trying to nickel and dime them. Unfortunately, both PlayStation and Xbox have been known to nickel and dime. Nintendo as well, and because of the fact that they have wall gardens, specifically in the case with PlayStation, it's really difficult for them, or really easy for them to do that, to
Hmm.
nickel and dime you and try to rip you off. And unfortunately, a majority of consumers don't really care. As in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they'll
yeah,
still
yeah.
buy it, whether or not the price is ridiculous, or whether or not it's all digital and no physical option or whatever. They'll still buy it. They'll still buy it. And these companies only care about the money. So if a certain percentage of people are still willing to buy it, it's just going to happen. And unfortunately, what we've learned from all of these major companies over the years is that nothing can ever quench their greed. Their shareholders want more, and they want more, and they will always find ways to try to nickel and dime you for as long as possible. And people don't have self control or suffer from FOMO and will still buy into it. So at the end of the day, it's a never ending cycle. We just I don't know. I think it's just yeah, that's kind of what it is. Now it says no PlayStation is completely getting rid of physical discs games, but Xbox is doing something interesting. What is Xbox doing interesting? I am not aware of what Xbox is doing
No, me
interesting.
neither.
Yeah, you
I'm a
can.
PC gamer. I don't care about that.
I've got to the point where look, if any of my libraries get deleted or whatever have you, then unfortunately I'm flying my pirate flag. Screw it. I've paid for this. It's mine. Paid for it.
Nah, jokes aside, but yeah, it is what it is.
It is
But
what it
bro,
is.
time flies. Yeah. Okay, they're still going to make physical games, but it allows you to take it and make it a digital license. Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna work
Hmm.
for long. That's gonna go digital. That's the
Yeah.
way the market is going. It's all going digital. There's more money in
Yeah.
that for them. Anyway, that being said, feature game. I've started playing New Game Plus in Stellar Blade. I
Oh,
that
you
was
have.
Yeah. It
Okay.
wasn't the plan. The plan was to be honest, I've been doing a weird thing. I've been playing New Game Plus and on the PlayStation 5, and I've been playing a whole new playthrough on the PC, on
Wow.
Steam. So I'm playing Stellar Blade double the amount of Stellar Blade in,
Cool.
which is cool. It's
Yeah.
the strangest thing is going back in to Stellar Blade and playing Stellar Blade all over again on the PC, and um facing bosses that I've beaten ages ago and realizing like my timing is so much better, my counters are so much better, even though my character isn't leveled up to where I've got her on the PlayStation 5, but I am able to do a whole lot more because my skill level in the game has gone up to a point
Yeah.
where
Right.
I can just purely dominate most of the early bosses in the game. I think I could probably dominate the later bosses in the game with my character as she is now, because of the fact that my timings are just locked in, for my counters and my dodges and everything like that. So I was battling the first boss in Stellar Blade, and I remember that thing being tough. It was an absolute cakewalk. I was just like, are you even trying? um, so yeah, I think it's really nice to go back into a game that you've finished and play it again. I think playing it New Game
Hmm.
Plus, there's more stuff to do in the game. Like there's more content, I guess, to a certain extent, and more outfits. It sucks that I have the New Game Plus on the PlayStation 5 account and I didn't start this game on the PC in the first place, because the PC version is the complete edition with all the DLC.
Ah. Yeah.
Whereas the PlayStation copy, if I wanted the DLC, I'd have to purchase the DLC, and I'm not spending. Again, going
No.
back to the whole wall garden thing, PlayStation is charging you like, I think it's like 40 or 30 quid for the DLC. I'm not paying that. You mad?
No.
Like
No. No.
I
No.
like Shift Up, but not that much. I bought the game twice. I bought on PlayStation
Hmm.
physical, and I bought a copy on Steam. That's as much as you're
Yeah.
getting from
You
me.
have done your part already.
I've
Hmm.
done my part. They say put your money on the stuff that you like. I put my money on it. I bought 2 copies of Stellar Blade Cinema, right? But that being said, with regards to the whole thing that I sort of alluded to at the beginning with regards to music, I've also bought music for Stellar Blade as
Oh, you
well.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've bought music from the soundtrack of Stellar Blade on
That's
Apple
cool.
Music, and it's
Nice.
in my playlist. So I listen to some of
Yeah.
the music from Stellar Blade when I'm in work. It's not I have not purchased music from games ever. I've never really,
Mm,
unless you count the ones that came bundled with games on Steam. I've never really purchased music on games to just listen to it. But the music in
right.
Stellar Blade is so good. Like, because sometimes I
Mm,
just leave the menu running and the music is playing. I'm just like, oh, this is just fire. So
great.
I ended up just going to buy some of it, and so I've got a few of the songs from Stellar Blade, a few of the soundtrack music in there, and I'm just loving having that there. So
Beautiful.
shout out to Stellar Blade. Also, there's a new Stellar Blade game coming out, Stellar Blade Blood Rain, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm not
Mm,
sure. I'm not so keen on the new character design. I believe that the protagonist is still Eve, who's the protagonist from the first game. But if it is, because the character design for the character in the new game looked completely different, if it is still Eve and they've redesigned her design, she looks younger, which to
right.
me does not. I don't know how I feel about that. I like Eve's original design if that's the same Eve.
Hmm.
I if this design for this new character is not Eve, if this is not Eve, I'm okay with it. If it is Eve, like the main character from the old game, from the first game, but she's changed in this new one, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because as I say, she looks
It's a new character, at least according to Nalu. So then, yeah,
the new character. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because Wikipedia and fandom listed Eve as the protagonist. So I was just like, but Eve doesn't look like this. Yeah, we will find out. I mean, the game's not out yet. It's in development, so we'll find out who this new Eve is. Is this the same Eve? Is this a clone? Is this a child? Is whatever it is. I am keen to see what this Eve has to do. But the original character in Stellar Blade was Eve. Actually, it was different spelling. Our original Eve was EVE, and new
Yeah,
Eve
right.
is EVIE.
Yeah,
So maybe it's not Eve, it's Evie. Yeah, Evie.
could be.
So
Yeah.
maybe it's Eve's daughter. You know, maybe different character according to developers. Well, you know what? Forget what I said. I'm keen on this new Evie. I'm looking forward to getting to know her as a character, and I'm just playing through this game. La di da, swiddle swiddle. Stellar Blade is amazing. You know, when is this game coming out? It is due to release, I think, next. Well, it doesn't have a release date, but let's hope it comes out today. Let's
Yeah, beautiful wish.
Beautiful wish indeed. With that, that's my gaming for this week. That's what I've been gaming. Jumping back into Celebrate. Still playing eFootball as you guys know. I jump in, I play some matches, la di da, all that kind of stuff. But there's nothing new there. Konami have sort of let us down today. I was expecting something big on the new update. Didn't get it, so I ain't got not much to say about it. You know, screw Konami. They need to step their game up. They should know better. With that, I'm excited for AC8. What the hell is AC8? Assassin's Creed 8? Is there 8 Assassin's Creed game coming out?
Could be. I'm not really following. To
Okay.
Be honest.
With that, I think.
Okay.
I think we have a podcast, Rod. What do you think?
Yeah, we have. It's starting to get really hot in this room now. I'm not kidding, and I forgot to bring water, which I usually do. So I'm like, Ace Combat, of course. Yeah, Ace.
Oh, Ace Combat.
Yeah, exactly. I think you mentioned that before now, though. I can understand that.
Classic.
This game, most likely.
Yeah.
Either way, as you say, we have a podcast. We should wrap things up. So, guys, thank you for support, listening, talking, chatting, all the beautiful stuff here in life, which includes whatever that happens during your daily life, but also when it comes to good TV series, movies, and also good video games, both old and new. With that said, take care and hope to talk to you hopefully next week. Who knows? We might be there. So, with that said, yeah, muffin and out.
Beautiful as always. With that, as Rod said, new games, old games, there's a lot to partake in. And I think as a gamer as well, if you're a new gamer, by all means, don't feel like you have to buy every new game that comes out. There's a lot of good classics out there, especially like Rog mentioned with regards to Battlefield Bad Company 2s. There's some games that have sort of been rejuvenated just by the fan base. And then in the case of some developers actually giving old games a sort of touch up, in the case of games like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Resynced, or the Resident Evil games that have been remade as well, which you can usually find on really good sales. Like I was talking to my son about it today, and you can get Resident Evil remake collections for like less than 20 quid for all 3 of the remakes remade as well.
Really good games.
Really, really, really good games. So I would say by all means, don't feel like you need to buy the latest games. If you are a gamer and you want to support, just like do the legit way. Just get your deals, buy old games. They'll still be good. So that being said, as always, you can find Roger 40 Splish Splash, just number 40 SPLISH. He streams. He's been on holiday, but he streams on a Tuesday and a Sunday. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Haven't even lost a step. You can find me at LP Gardening. That's LPGRDIN. Garden.you pretty much everywhere else. You can find all those at the bottom there. You can find us at Simply Binge or at Simply Binge UK pretty much all over the place. And as always, we wouldn't like you guys to miss out on every episodes of That Beautiful Life podcast. Many beautiful people like you subscribe to this podcast on Castbox, Acast, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Simply Binge.com and elsewhere. And with the company that can like it, that we're giving it for free. So, as always, guys, this include pleasure. The wrap. That's the episode. Ba-boom.
That's the episode. Ba-boom.
Ba-boom. Ace Combat 8 pre-order comes with Ace Combat 0 for free. I am so over pre-order bonuses these days. It's like, my pre-order bonus that I'll tell you, I'll give you guys a pre-order bonus. Wait. It's the pre-order bonus. Wait. Sometimes you wait.
No.
Sometimes you wait a month and the game gets like slashed by half the price, bro. I'm just, especially Ubisoft games. I am just like, yeah, I'll wait. Like I'm just saying, Ace Combat 8 might drop And usually you could still find the game with the pre-order bonus on sites like Fanatical and Aniba and Loaded.com and all. These sites have the keys with the DLC, and you can pick it up months later for like
Hmm.
little to nothing. So yeah, wait. Put it in your wish list and sit tight. Finish off your backlog. We've all got a backlog. Finish the backlog. All right, let's get out of here. I still haven't ended it. This is haven't I? Why